afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buckholtz. I'll be doing play-by-play and color commentary. I'm also here with Todd Elvig and Josh Elvig as they are manning the screens. And this afternoon, we have the 4 o'clock game featuring the Raiders from Pierce College and the Warriors from Walla Walla. And on paper, this looks to be a really good basketball game as the Pierce Raiders, with an overall record of 23-6, face the Warriors from Walla Walla with a record of 20-8. These two teams played earlier in the year, and Walla Walla prevailed by a score of 80-77. So if that is any indication at all, that means that this is going to be a very close and hard-fought basketball game. A little bit earlier today, Umpqua defeated Bellevue by a score of 75-58. And then looking at the game that I did just a little bit earlier, the South Puget Sound Clippers defeated the Big Bend Vikings by a score of 78-67 in a game that was actually a little bit closer than that, as Puget Sound jumped out to a 12-point lead, but Big Bend clawed back in the second half and actually took a 4-point lead for a while, but South Puget Sound was able to turn on the Jets and put away Big Bend. So those two teams will play on Friday at 4 p.m. in the Elite Eight. But right now, however, we've got the Pierce Raiders. Now, the thing, as I look over some stats about the Pierce Raiders that I'm starting to see, is that they only have 2 players that average in double figures, Hussein Ford and Michaela McGinnis at 14 and 13 points each, but they have a whole host of players that average around 7 or 8. So they have a very well-balanced team. For Walla Walla, they have 4 players that average in double figures, led by Gabe Porter at 22.8 and Colin Bakalarski at 20.8, Dalton Thompson at 15.1, Landon Radliff at 11.3. So, taking a look at the starters here as they have been announced very, very quickly. For the Warriors, we have number 12, Bo Tillman. We have number 3, Dalton Thompson, trying to get the numbers down here. Gabe Porter also is one of the starters. Number 4, Colin Bakalarski. And the 5th starter is number 2, Landon Radliff. So all 4 of the double-figure starters plus the 6'9", Bo Tillman. Starting for the Pierce Raiders, number 3, Chris Drake from Gig Harbor. Number 1, Brylan Kelly. He's from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 15, Michael Hannon. Number 21, McCaleb McGinnis. 2, 3, 4, and the 5th starter is still wearing his warm-up, so we'll get him when we come back to the starting lineup. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Noah Porter is the 5th starter Yeah. All right, I'll be having to tell everybody the score as we are working on the scoreboard. Michael Hannon works the ball out top for the Pierce Raiders, and Hannon takes a long shot on the way. It is missed and rebounded by Hussein Ford. He kicks it back out. Pierce will reset. We're just underway, no score. Apparently our scoreboard here on the screen is off, and Hussein Ford from Kent Ridge gets the first basket of the game, and that means Pierce leads by a score of 2-0. Landon Radliff has the ball, misses the shot. Radliff back out top is going to set up the offense. Double dribble is called, and there is the first turnover of the game. Just underway here. This is Mike Buckles on STSPN. Chris Drake. And now working the wing is Michaela McGinnis. Drake has it back. Now McGinnis out left of the circle. Ball's worked around as Walla Walla is in a 2-3 zone. Dribble penetration and a pull-up jumper by McGinnis is good out of Olympic High School over in Bremerton, Washington. So Pierce right away with a quick 4-point lead. Good balanced attack for Pierce. Dribble drive and a pull-up, kind of a half jump hook there by Colin Belarski, the 6'3" player out of Port Orchard, Washington, is good. So Walla Walla closes the gap, and there is a missed shot by Ford of Pierce. Score is 4-2. Walla Walla with an opportunity here to tie it up against man-to-man defense of Pierce. Ball is knocked out of bounds by the Raiders. So the Warriors, who will have the ball. Bill Mendelson is the coach of Pierce. And we'll get the coach of Walla Walla for you here in just a minute as we're looking up the Warriors. The coach, jump hook by Bo Tillman. Coach is Jeff Rhineland for Walla Walla. Scores tied at 4. Zone defense, pack in the middle is Walla Walla. Long outside shot, 3-ball on the way is no good. Tillman rips down the rebound. Man-to-man defense, nice jump help there by the Raiders. Tillman gets it back, kicks it out, 3 on the way. We're going to have a 3-second in the key call as Tillman got the ball, kicked it outside, did not clear the key. So camping in there with the score tied at 4. Walla Walla staying with that 2-3 zone. A nice look and good movement. Contact in the air goes Gabe Porter as he joins the parachute club and comes down on a Pierce player. So that's going to be the first foul called in the game at the 16:42 mark. Nearly 40 fouls called in the previous contest here, so let's see if we can get some flow going here. Wide open at the 3-block. Turnaround jumper is missed by Brylan Kelly, a 6'5" sophomore out of Vegas. And here comes the Warriors wearing their black uniforms. Stolen away by Michael Hannon. Up the court it goes. Wide open layup and a foul called as Michaela McGinnis sees The opening down the lane, partying like the Red Sea, lays it in, and he gets himself fouled. 6-4 is the score. McGinnis, an opportunity for a three-point play, completes it. This is Mike Buckles here on the STSPN. 7-4 is the lead. Walla Walla Warriors with the basketball. Nice jump help again by Hussein Ford. 3-ball on the way. Goes halfway down, pops out, and then falls through. 3-ball by Gabe Porter, who averages 22.8 a game. There's the answer by Brylan. Is it Breland Kelly? Breland or Brylan? I'm not sure of the pronunciation there, so I apologize. Losing his footing is Landon Radliff. Nice 2-on-1 and the jam. Excellent play, Hussein Ford. Rams it home with the two-hander off a nice pass. Walla Walla trying to run some screen and roll. Good help showed by Pierce. I'm seeing their shell defense. It goes inside to Bo Tillman, and he puts it home. Tillman from Genesee, Idaho. And the ball knocked away, picked up by Thompson. Walla Walla going to set up their half-court offense. 11-9, Pierce leading by 2. Backdoor, an up and under, skims out. Ford rips the board. Ford wearing those fluorescent pink shoes. And coming down with the rebound for Walla Walla is Bakalarski. So pretty good flow to this game so far. Only two fouls have been called. 3-ball on the way. Off target. Ford out of Kent Ridge with the glass. Nice reverse layup. Brylan Kelly with the assist. Reverse layup by McGinnis. And he'll be at the line. We've got a timeout. 13-9. Pierce over Walla Walla. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here,
welcome back,
go
on
anywhere.
STSPN. This is Mike Buckles coming out of a timeout. Pierce Raiders, coached by Bill Mendelson, have a 13-9 lead over Walla Walla, coached by Jeff Reinland. And at the free throw line, we will have Michaela McGinnis, who already has 7 points up on the board. I think it says he has 6. He's got 6 points, has a chance for 7 here. 3-point play the old-fashioned way, doesn't get it. It rolls out. Landon Radliff comes down with the rebound. Double high screen and roll. Some weave action going here. Knocked away. It's going to go out of bounds to Walla Walla. We got a sub coming in for the Warriors. Gary Engstrom out of Caldwell, Idaho, 6'10". He's going to replace Bo Tillman, who's 6'9". Same offensive set. Weave breaking open. Jump shot on the way by Brandon Porter, who has checked in. He misses it. Engstrom gathers the board and puts it back in. And we also have a sub in for Pierce. Pierce plays a lot of players. And this is Rakeem Hewley. Now driving down the lane and a dish off. Wide open jump shot by Brylan Kelly, 6'5" out of Vegas, and he makes it 15-11. As our scoreboard screen is not working, so right now the Pierce Raiders wearing the white jerseys lead by 4. 3-ball on the way is good. Radliff drains that one, 15-14. A little bit better flow in this game than the previous game. Rebound comes down to Porter. Double high screen again. It seems to be a favorite as Engstrom misses a runner down the lane, or maybe that was Dalton Thompson. Ball being worked around. Pierce drive down the lane is good for McGinnis. McGinnis had the hot hand early, 17-14. Pierce leads. Pierce playing man-to-man defense, double high screen. Coming off of that, Engstrom gets the ball on the block off of the roll. Good look on the pass inside by Landon Radliff. Radliff with the assist, the 6'10" freshman, Gary Engstrom. Good angle on the block, 45-degree angle. Takes the contact, absorbs it, makes the hoop, now has an opportunity to tie the game. Shot is on the way. He does not tie it. Pierce remains in the lead, 17-16. Michael Hannon working the point for Pierce. Walla Walla has gotten out of that zone. They are playing man-to-man. Little read and react, a screen across. Inside, the ball goes to Ford. Ford feints inside, comes back with the jump hook. There is some contact on the rebound. And that is a foul against one of the Pierce players. Brylan, it's McGinnis. McGinnis, number 21. That's his first personal. Strong drive down the lane by Gabe Porter of Walla Walla. Turns the corner. He's going to shoot a pair. So we have another foul now on Pierce. That one's on Hussein Ford, his first. 3 team fouls apiece for each squad. Free throw on the way for Porter. Porter, who averages 22.8 per game. 4 players average in double figures for Walla Walla, which is an indication that they got some guys that can shoot the rock. Walla Walla with the 1-point lead now, 18-17. McGinnis gives it off to the left wing. Good work around. Nice screens across. High-low jumper on the way. McGinnis with the assist. Jump shot by Casey Gerhardt out of Gig Harbor. A couple of Gig Harbor players on the Pierce Raiders team. Coach Mendelson plays a lot of guys. He's got a lot of guys that average between 7 and 8 points a game. Just 2 guys in double figures. Jump shot. Bakalarski. He averages 20.8 a game. Nearly 21. So we've got a rock step over there. Change the pivot feet. Automatic travel call on that. Dribble. Not taken before that pivot foot leaves. So that is a turnover. Walla Walla 20, Pierce 19. Working the top, Porter A lot of movement. Nice staggered double screen by Walla Walla. Post open inside. Porter doesn't see him, puts his head down and bowls his way to the hoop. Hand check is called. So we've got a new 30 on the clock and an out-of-bounds play for Walla Walla at the 10:20 mark and a 1-point lead. Ball comes into the 6'10 Engstrom. We got a reset on the clock. Quick action. A lot of weave. Porter pulls up, 3-ball, bam! A good step and a half out beyond. Almost an unforced turnover for Pierce. He now trails Walla Walla 23-19. Drive down the lane. Engstrom pulls down the board as Chris Drake comes up short for Pierce. Weave action again for Walla Walla with the screen. Porter up in the air, 3-ball good, offensive foul called on the screen. I'm not so sure I like that call as Engstrom gets called for the screen. The defender looked like he tried to run through that. We're going to have a timeout on the floor, and Coach Jeff Reinland is questioning that, but we're going to take a break with the timeout. Walla Walla 23, Pierce 19, 9:39 to go. We'll be right back.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Good afternoon, everybody. If you are just joining us, my name is Mike Buchholz, and we are at the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. Video coverage here by Todd Elvig and Josh Elvig. 9:39 to go in this contest in the first half. Walla Walla holding a 23-19 lead over over Pierce. And this game has a pretty good flow to it so far. Pierce going to have the basketball after an offensive foul. Walla Walla started out in zone, now back to man-to-man. Good flow to this contest. Pull-up jump shot, and that is rejected by Callan Bakalarski. And he gets the hoop. The block shot and the hoop extends the lead 25-19. Robert Rucker in the game. He goes one-on-one. Gets the shot blocked primarily because his arm was grabbed. So Rucker out of Rogers High School in Spokane is going to shoot a pair here. And goes halfway down and popcorns out of there. So Rucker eyeing the hoop. Second opportunity here. Second one also spins out. Lead remains the same, 25-19 for Walla Walla. Callan Bakalarski, the 6'3" guard, finds the curling Gabe Porter. 3 on the way, short. Battle for the board. Ends up with Gerhardt. Wide open underneath. Nice find by Drake. That hoop. Is that Hussein Ford on that? Inside. 25-21. Battle for the rebound. Rucker comes out with it for Pierce. Dishes off. Layup. Oh, just drops off the iron. Needs to high jump a little more. Got into that long jump. and pounded it off the board just a little bit. Radliff is over at the scores table. He'll check back in here in a minute for Walla Walla. Walla Walla been attacking with screens in that weave. Pull-up jump shot missed. Getting a hand on it is Engstrom, but he had a chance to grab that, and Brandon Porter stepping in to take a man maker underneath is bowled over, and a block is called. I'm sure Jeff Reinland he's got his hands on his hips, giving the look to the referee like, you got to be kidding me, which is Australian, or which is American for the Australian gobsmacked. I'm puzzled with that call. Going to the line after that solid drive to the hoop is Casey Gerhardt, and he makes the first free throw, cuts the lead to 3. It is Walla Walla 25, Pierce 22. That's missing up. I was saying it was missing, but now it's up in the upper left-hand corner. You got it fixed. A long time ago, I suppose. I haven't seen it off in the corner. All right, here we go. Walla Walla back in. Radliff has checked back into the game. Nice left-handed drive, wild shot, though, by Bakalarski. But he draws a foul as that shot is off. Walla Walla wearing their black jerseys trimmed in white, gold, and gray. Bakalarski, a 6'3" wing player out of Port Orchard. Makes the first free throw. If you look on the back wall there on the TV screen where you see where it says Trojans, we're at Everett Community College. Their mascot is the Trojans. But back there on the wall, you see some floor. That is from the original floor before they did the remodel here. And that was a long time ago that floor was in here. So they've preserved some of that, saved some of the old floor. New floor looks very, very nice. Pierce moving the ball, trailing by 4, 3 on the way. Rolls out of there, nice rebound. Swinging the elbows is Porter. Walla Walla with the 4-point lead. Going to set up, been pretty efficient so far on their offense. Porter does not hesitate, launches one from downtown. Williams, Marshawn Williams, into the game for the Pierce Raiders. Marshawn out of Spanaway. Raiders working the ball, double teamed inside. Walla Walla wide open, far corner. And look what I found is McGinnis, and he misses the putback. Several opportunities, up fake, another block. And finally, Walla Walla, Zach Nerdin comes away with it. Zach Nerdin out of the Dowels. One of our stops on our cross-country trip here recently was the Dowels. Pull up. Some contact on the play. Bakalarski takes a arm across the neck. No call on that. Inside, hand in the passing lane. Nice collapsing defense for the Warriors. Walla Walla holding on to this slim 4-point lead. Zach Nerdin in playing the post now for Walla Walla. Hesitation dribble, kick to the corner. Nerdin, jump shot, no good. Rebound, Drake kicks it out. Drake gets it back in the corner. Pierce will reset. Into the post, it looks like a little bit of zone again for Walla Walla as they have switched their defenses up. Started with zone, man-to-man, back to zone. 3 on the way, good. Rucker out of Rogers of Spokane cuts the lead to 1, 27-26. Crossover dribble, 3 on the way, short. Good defense, and it's stolen back by Walla Walla. Boy, Radliff had to recover as he zigged instead of zagged, and the ball went the other way, but he's got some quick feet, and he got it back. Radliff out of Richland. Oh, gets a nice screen, gets an alley, drives down the lane, misses, but the help defense not there. Dalton Thompson, easy putback, 29-26. Warriors with the lead over the Raiders. Wide open from the 3-block. Shot is missed by Marshawn Williams. Radliff now going to walk it up and reset. 4-minute mark we've got for Walla Walla. Staying with that weave, screen away, motion look. We might have, I was going to say we might have another offensive foul, but that is incorrect. Fouls on Robert Rucker trying to fight through that screen. We're going to take a timeout at the 3:56 mark. 29-26, Walla Walla over Pierce. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college. My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Welcome back to the NWAC men's basketball tournament as the Walla Walla Warriors and the Pierce Raiders are going after it. And Walla Walla with the ball and a 3-point lead with just under 4 minutes to go in the half. I like both these teams. Well matched, going to be a good matchup here. And there is the offensive foul as Bakalarski gets called after driving in and pushing off. So the lead remains the same at 3 for the Warriors. And here come the Pierce Raiders now. Walla Walla has again switched back to man-to-man defense. Drive down the lane. A lot of penetrate and pitch being played by Walla Walla. Jump shot in the air by Brylan Kelly. Comes off. The rebound goes to Dalton Thompson. Back to that weave action. Coming up, pulling up. Jump shot off the rim short. And getting it back after the shot is Brandon Porter. Radliff, an up and under. As he goes from the right hand to the left hand, uses a basket to shield the defender, kisses it off the glass. 31-26 Warriors. A little weave action now for Pierce. Long three on the way. Rucker short. Rebound is corralled by the 6'8 Ryan Bell. And he goes up, looked like he lost the handle, but he did lose the handle because it was swatted out of bounds by a Warrior defender. A flat line 1-4 out of bounds play for Pierce. They go to a high-low. Gary Engstrom, 6'10 versus 6'8. And now the fouls are starting to pile up a little bit. 8 on Walla Walla, 6 on Pierce. And that is going to send the 6'8" Ryan Bell, Olympus High School out of Holiday, Utah. Bell going to the line. Everett CC trivia time. Why do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? What's the answer? Oh, Todd doesn't have his headphones on, as the free throw is good. At Everett CC, the faculty know your name and care about your future. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. Ryan Bell, first shot good, second shot on the way. It also is good. Cuts the lead to 3. Full court pressure now. Let's see how intense it's going to be. It's going to be just token pressure. And Gabe Porter brings it up, comes off the high screen, turns a corner again, layup good. And he's going to be fouled. I'll tell you what, Gabe Porter, 6 foot tall. Doesn't look like he had some lightning speed there, but he changed speeds very effectively as he turned the corner and exploded to the basket. And he's got some strength as well as he took the contact and completes the three-point play. Walla Walla 34, Pierce 28. Walla Walla's been changing their defenses somewhat here. They're back to man-to-man. Nice crossover, finger roll down the lane, off target for Caleb McGinnis, who had the hot hand early. Misses a shot, but he draws a foul. And McGinnis is going to the line. The official score and my wife have a dispute over how many points McGinnis has. The board up there shows 10, and my wife says that he has, she thinks he has 11. She thinks that a free throw was credited to somebody else, but we got to go by the official score. Now he officially has 11. 34-29. We got a good half going here. These two teams both playing pretty good ball. Not too many turnovers, but they're playing good defense. Porter again kind of takes it upon himself to launch a 3. And for some reason, Casey Gerhardt tried to do a little Tom Brady imitation there and ends up a little bit more like, well, I don't want to throw any quarterbacks under the bus or Gerhardt. So nevertheless, that is a turnover. Porter trapped on the side, wisely calls timeout to save the possession. Coach Rhineland calls a 30-second timeout. Scores 34-29. Walla Walla over Pierce. We'll be right back.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a guard engineer.
Welcome back. We are at Everett Community College, the NWAC men's basketball tournament, and it has been going on all day starting at 8 in the morning, and I'm glad I did not have that 8 in the morning game. Walla Walla comes out of that timeout, runs the weave. Nice defense by Pierce, and the player who got the steal, Marshawn Williams, ends up with the layup. Nice save by one of the Pierce Raiders down there, cuts the lead to 3. And it seems like over the last couple of possessions, maybe some of the Walla Walla players, they are assertive and aggressive, but maybe trying to do a little bit too much. That time, Landon Radliff dribbles into traffic, but gets knocked to the ground. Radliff, point guard, misses a free throw. Averages 11.3 per game. Scoreboard shows 34-31. And Pierce moving the ball against tough man-to-man defense. Radliff picks the pocket of Michael Hannon. And Michael Hannon latches onto the trunks of Radliff. And all I can say, it's a good thing he had that drawstring tight. That's something out of Animal House there almost, pulling on the shorts. This time Radliff makes the free throw. Michael Hannon, of course, trying to save the layup. Gives up 1 point instead. So the foul works out for him. It would have been a nice solo layup too. And Rucker kind of out of control. Basketball sin, jumped in the air to pass. Lucky to get it back. 10 seconds to go. You don't like to jump in the air to pass. Radliff this time up fake down the lane. Layup a little bit too much. Whistle blows. Let's see what the call is here. We've got a blocking foul. It's on Zach Nurden. So that is the 10th team foul on Walla Walla. Rucker makes the free throw. Rucker kind of a herky-jerky player, which those kind of guys are tough to guard. He's a hesitation and turns on the jets and then slows down and trying to get to the hoop. 35-33, cuts the lead to 2, does Rucker. Now we've got a holding foul there, obvious, as the players maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in. The referees were letting them play a little bit earlier, but now the referees being consistent calling the grab, and we saw that in the previous game as well. A little bit earlier as South Puget Sound defeated Big Bend. There were a lot of fouls called in that game, and the fouls piling up for each of the two teams here. Dalton Thompson averages 15-1 a game out of Post Falls, Idaho. Thompson true with the first free throw. Second one on the way. Also good, 37-33, 26 to go. Pierce should play for the last shot here. The arrow is against him, so you don't want to give up a basket at the buzzer and then give up the possession at the start of the next half as well. Only trailing by 4. Run the clock down. There it is. Partially blocked, and the layup right there on the spot. Marshawn Williams. Well done by Pierce, as nice dribble drive by McGinnis. Pierce collects the rebound and puts it back in. We've got a great game going here. We have reached the halftime with the Walla Walla Warriors 37, the Pierce Raiders 35. Please stay with us here for the halftime show on STSPN.
I'm Mike Marzetta from Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye Robotics is a hands-on STEM education experience. We teach the teachers how to implement the curriculum in the lab, and 90% of it is them building, programming, inventing. We want the kids to come home from school and go, wow, I did the coolest thing today, and they're thinking I'm having too much fun and I can't put this dang project down. When STCU supports learning, they're supporting our future. What is a better place to help the greater good than helping kids? I'm Mike Marzetta, and STCU is here for good.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh!
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
Commercial pilot program teaches students to fly and gives them the ratings and certificates necessary to work with commercial pilot. Many of our students come to the commercial pilot program with little or no aviation experience. They start flying an aircraft on day 2, and they progress through training with an instructor to flying the aircraft by themselves, traveling to the airports throughout the Northwest, and they get to learn to fly in a variety of different aircraft. Our students are all scheduled.
Are you interested in learning about a career in criminal justice? Big Bend Community College has 2 degree options. One will prepare you for transfer to a university, and the other will teach you the basic skills many employers are looking for in entry-level applicants. Many graduates have started exciting careers in law enforcement, corrections, and forensics. Students gain experience and networking opportunities through hands-on training with local law enforcement. Local officers, attorneys, and judges visit classes to share expertise, actively recruit, or help with fun campus activities like our mock trial and crash simulation. Students tour local prisons, visit courts and law enforcement agencies to see how criminal justice works in our area. We offer classes in a variety of formats to provide flexibility for our students, and our advisors will help you along the way to meet your specific academic goals. Come see if a career in criminal justice is right for you. Big hopes, big dreams, big successes at Big Bend Community College.
Welcome back to the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. This is Mike Buckles along with Josh Elvig and Todd Elvig working the cameras, and we are at halftime with the Walla Walla Warriors holding a slim 37-35 lead over the Pierce Raiders. And as I said briefly in pregame, I thought that these teams would be evenly matched as Walla Walla defeated Pierce very early in the year by a score of 80-77. So that was a close game, and this one is a close game. 2 well-coached teams, well-balanced, like the way they play. Both teams working hard at the defensive end, good team basketball. This has been a very enjoyable basketball game. Walla Walla will start off with the ball. Same starters, Landon Radliff, Dalton Thompson, Colin Bakalarski, the post player Bo Tillman there with the ball. And Radliff kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Rebound, Hussein Ford. Got those fluorescent pink shoes. Not going to miss him out on the floor. Pierce working the ball, step back, 3 ball on the way, just a little bit short. And Porter comes up with the rebound for Walla Walla as Brylan Kelly misses that 3. Porter averaging over 20 points a game. Another 3 ball on the way, this one short again. Michael Hannon. Oh, there's, left it short. Sweet move by Michaela McGinnis. Michael Hannon out on the floor. Also Brylan Kelly and Chris Drake for Pierce. Radliff misses a runner down the lane. Here comes McGinnis. He leaves it off, and Hussein Ford has it roll out. In this case, Ford's 13 is unlucky in number. There we got a foul called. That's going to be on Chris Drake. He's also played some good minutes for the Pierce Raiders. It's on Brylan Kelly, excuse me. That's going to be his second personal foul. Radliff off to Porter. Porter gives it back. Porter is a guy who will go to the hoop every chance that he gets. Now, Bakalarski out top. High post entry, working around. They go high-low, throws it to the wrong side, does Tillman. The defender was on the inside, and he threw it right to where the defender was. Need to throw it to the open hand. So good setup on the high-low, just poor execution. Here comes Pierce. Michael Hannon gives it off, and a floater is missed by McGinnis. McGinnis gets it back down the lane. There's going to be a foul called. This call is going to be on the 6'9", Bo Tillman. Tillman gave way to Gary Engstrom, a 6'10" player in the first half. Engstrom played quite a few minutes. That is the third foul on Bo Tillman. 37-35 is the score. Pierce can tie it up here with a couple of free throws by McCaleb McGinnis. Back iron miss. And as I mentioned, Engstrom possibly going to replace Tillman, and he does. McGinnis can cut the lead to 1, and he gets it to go. 37-36. McGinnis in double figures. More pressure now being applied by Pierce in their man-to-man defense. Porter looking for that high screen and roll. He gets it, comes off, looks to turn the corner, pulls up instead, misses the three. Oh, my. And McGinnis loses the handle. It goes right to Landon Radliff, who takes it to the hole and scores. That is waved off. Third foul on McGinnis. Sideline out of bounds. Let's see if they actually run a play. A screen, high post. They will reset their offense. They being the Warriors of Walla Walla. WWW, Walla Walla Warriors. Porter down the lane runs. That's going to be a potential blocking foul. Rucker jumps in the way. Happy feet called, travel. No foul. Jeff Reinland not happy with that. Porter, he will look to attack. He averages over 20 points a game. Nice play. Set up. Rucker underneath. Pass. Miscommunication, goes off his fingertips, out of bounds. Good execution. Unable. Pierce could have taken the lead on that. Wide open was Rucker inside. Pierce comes off the screen, tries to turn the corner, kicks it. That's that high screen and roll. That is tough to defend. Out top now is Bakalarski. Corner. Long two on the way. Bakalarski, rebound, putback is good. And it took that dribble. I thought it was going to be extra dribble. They extend the lead to the Warriors by 3. Tempo of this game has slowed down here a little bit. Man-to-man, half-court game for both teams. Kicking it back out. Chris Drake looks for the screen, gets it, kicks it inside, rejected by Engstrom. And he kicks it to Radliff. Left-handed layup goes. Bodies all the way to the end. No foul called. That's good. Wow, strange call there. Strange no call, I should say. 41-36. 3 ball on the way by Rucker. Ill-advised shot as Pierce works the ball around just to take a fadeaway 3. We got a sub coming in over at the bench, next dead ball for Pierce. Penetration, good defense, blocked out of there by Brylan Kelly. We got a foul called. Referees are going to have a little consultation here. Approach the bench. Plead your case. We got a technical foul called. And that's going to be assessed to Brylan Kelly. And that is a technical as well as a personal and also a turnover as Pierce came away with the ball. Not sure what the call was, said something inappropriate. Dalton Thompson at the line with a pair of free throws. Both are good, and possession stays with the Warriors. No, does not. So that's different than the high school rule. Pierce Raiders will have the ball. Rakeem Hewley has checked in out of Lakes High School in Lakewood in the Tacoma area. And Chris Drake turns and throws it well beyond Hewley. He has no chance to pick it up. Turnover. So I sense the wheels coming off a little bit here for the Pierce Raiders as they need to regain their composure. And they give up a 3-ball to Gabe Porter. Clearly he's a guy who can light it up, and Pierce is going to call a timeout. That is a good call by Bill Mendelson to settle his Raiders down. 45-36, 9-point lead for Walla Walla. We will return in just a few moments.
To Basketball City, USA.
I use my brain, open lanes to the top of the game. I use my hand on any man that would try to contain me. Use my feet and compete like I need to the death. I use my heart and it'll beat till I breathe my last breath. Hoop Fest 2017. Don't miss your shot.
Welcome back as we are coming out of a timeout with the Walla Walla Warriors. WWW at 45. The Pierce Raiders at 36. Good timeout taken by Pierce to try to settle the troops of Bill Mendelson down here a little bit as this game has started to get away. There was a technical foul, and they need to get their mojo going here, or they're going to end up giving up a big run. Air ball is shot. Nice rebound by Hewley. Has it blocked. It goes out of bounds off of Hewley. Nice defensive play by Landon Radliff. And I'll tell you, and we've got another timeout. 45-36 to go. That didn't take long. So please stay with us right here on STS-PN. We'll return.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive.
I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college.
We are back here on STSPN and the NWAC basketball. So that last timeout was a media timeout, and I'll tell you, Coach Mendelson of Pierce needed that to try to once again get his players to refocus as this game is starting to get away from them. Out of the timeout, a post-up for Bakalarski. He mishandles the ball. Pierce, rundown, misses the layup. Foul is called. Casey Gerhardt, up fake. Gary Engstrom looking with that plea with his palms out to the referee. And my guess is his comment is, I didn't even touch him. Now what do we have going here as Gerhardt goes to the line? They wanted to let Radliff in the lane. Gerhardt going to shoot two. First one, nothing but twine. Breaks the spell for Pierce as now they trail by 8, make it 7 as the second one is good. Pierce jumps into full court pressure, more or less just token pressure, however. But their defense was pretty good just to start the second half, but then things just fell apart real quickly for them. Had a technical foul as well. Screen and roll, long shot on the way, errant, rebound Pierce as Radliff comes up empty. Driving down the lane, tough shot into double team is Michael Hannon. So early on, Pierce was doing a good job of sharing the basketball. Now there just seems to be a little bit more one-on-one. Nice defensive help once again shown by Hussein Ford. Missed shot, rebound, run out, long outlet, back to Ford. Oh, he tries to finger roll it and leaves it short. The 6'5" Hussein Ford, I think perhaps he maybe didn't quite know where he was on the floor. Long three is missed. Contact, ball knocked out of bounds by Bakalarski. So the game has gotten a little bit sloppy here now for both teams coming out of these timeouts. Walla Walla started the game in a 2-3 zone, then played man-to-man, then a little more zone, then finished strong with some man-to-man. They're back to man-to-man again. Down the lane and trying to throw a bullet pass from about 4 feet. Drake. Miscommunication with his teammate. Another turnover. High screen and roll. Goes inside Engstrom. Left hand, nice drop step as he uses the dribble wisely, fends off the defender, drop steps, use the left hand, kisses it off the glass. Hewley loses the handle down the lane, taken away by a Porter. I get the sense when Gabe Porter gets his hands on the ball, you're not going to rip that thing away from him. Michael Hannon reaches in, frustration foul. He and Colin Bakalarski have been going at it all game. 47-38, despite their miscues, however. Pierce is not out of this game, 12:20 to go. But they're going to need a couple of stops here and a couple of hoops to see if they can get some momentum back. And there's a long missed three, and Drake comes down with the board. 3 ball on the way. I'm not sure that's what they needed. That's great if it goes. It does not. Trapped inside, and we've got a timeout trapped right under the basket was Landon Radliff. 47-38. We're under 12 minutes. Timeout. We're going to take a break here. We'll be right back on STSPN.
Local farmers markets are a convenient place to get fresh, healthy food and products for your family. Lewis County has numerous markets that provide you with an affordable choice of fresh food products. Many of those farms are also available to purchase from directly, so you can take comfort in knowing exactly where your food is coming from. Meet your farmer, know your food. We make it easy in Lewis County.
We are back at Everett Community College. This is Mickey Buckholtz doing the announcing with the Mickey song being played. I don't remember what the actual name of that song was, but
my knee was up against the fan.
Here we go. Walla Walla 47, Pierce 38. Actually, it's Mike Buckholtz. You can call me Mickey if you want. Porter turns corner, kicks it out for three for Walla Walla. It skims out of there. Rebound, Marshawn Williams rips the board. He had a good first half. And Pierce needs to get something going here. They need to get a hoop. Drive in, a lot of contact. Whistle blows as McCaleb McGinnis, who was hot at the very beginning of the game, draws the foul. McGinnis with 12 points. Pierce does not have a lot of what you would call big scorers on the team. McGinnis averages 13 and Hussein Ford at 14. A lot of other players hanging around that 7 and 8 point mark. So they do a good job of sharing the basketball and spreading the wealth. But they've been cold as ice here to start the second half, but there's a couple of free throws. 47-40, much needed by the Pierce Raiders. They're still in the game. 11:25 to go. It seemed like Walla Walla has taken control. Porter down the lane, has it go off of him out of bounds as it is slapped away. I'm sure Porter wanted a foul on that. He doesn't get it. Bakalarski returns for Walla Walla. Casey Gerhart, Marshawn Williams in for Pierce. Chris Drake handling the point. Drake looks around, had a player inside. That's Marshawn open. Also checking back in for Walla Walla, Brandon Porter. I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's related to Gabe. I'm going to say he's not related. Walla Walla for Gabe and East Wenatchee for Brandon. Brandon had a good stretch. Going up for the shot, Michael Hannon, foul called. 10:53, so perhaps the Pierce Raiders can crawl back in here at the foul line. And the first one goes. Trying to see Walla Walla number 15. Engstrom has three. Gets a pair to go. 47-42. Radliff fends off a couple of defenders. Going to run the high screen and roll. And Engstrom gives just a little bit too much as he did the hip bump on the screen and roll. The high screen and roll, when you run players flat like that down on the baseline, that is one of the toughest sets in basketball to defend against. Engstrom, all he had to do was hold his position, tried to give a little extra, and instead ends up with a turnover, and that's going to bring Tillman back in his fourth foul. Layup by Pierce as Chris Drake flies down the lane, closes the gap to three. Sense a little bit of a momentum switch, perhaps fended off by Landon Radliff as he answers 49-44. Hannon has the ball knocked away. He dribbles into a double team. Rugby scrum going as Porter and McGinnis going after each other. Jump ball, arrow favors Pierce. So Bo Tillman, the 6'9" player, comes back in. The basket by Drake was the first made basket of the half. All the other points for Pierce have come from the free throw line, that being 7. They've only scored 9 here in the second half. Just 1 basket and 7 free throws. Pierce, sideline out of bounds play, foul line extended. Let's see what they dial up. They're just going to reset their offense. 19 to go because the shot clock does not reset if you maintain possession. Drake up and under, misses. Marshawn Williams. You know, I have to say I have a tough time saying Marshawn Williams when we have so much of the Marshawn Lynch. But Marshawn Williams battling for the board, can't get it as he's on the end line. So Pierce comes up empty. Walla Walla tries to force the back door. Drake comes up with the steal. Foul called. This game, which was played so well in the first half and had a good flow, has now disintegrated into more or less a, I don't want to say a hack fest, but the defensive intensity has picked up, and we're going to have another timeout. Walla Walla 49, Pierce 44. Please stay with us. This is Mickey Buckles on STSPN.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Mike Marzetta from Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye Robotics is a hands-on STEM education experience. We teach the teachers how to implement the curriculum in the lab, and 90% of it is them building, programming, inventing. We want the kids to come home from school and go, wow, I did the coolest thing today, and they're thinking I'm having too much fun and I can't put this dang project down. When STCU supports learning, they're supporting our future. What is a better place to help the greater good than helping kids? I'm Mike Marzetta, and STCU is here for good.
We are back at the NWAC Men's Basketball Tournament on STSPN. I'll stay with Mike Buckles after hearing the old Mickey song, and everybody's kind of making fun of me, so I'll have to give that up. Walla Walla with possession on baseline, full court pressure, and Pierce comes away with the steal as the ball goes through the wickets of Brandon Porter, and it's picked up by McGinnis. McGinnis all the way to the hoop, whistle blows. So Walla Walla, now Coach Jeff Reinland kind of had palm slaps his head. Out of bounds play, as it's called, on the ground. Box formation, standard formation, screen to screener, looking to get it in. McGinnis gets it, drive down the lane, throws it up, misses. Bakalarski with the board. Walla Walla fends off that play. Pierce picking up the defensive pressure, man-to-man still. And we've got a hold inside as Marshawn Williams is defending Bo Tillman. Marshawn giving up about 5 inches in height there, 6'9" Tillman. So whistle, that is going to be the 5th foul on Pierce, first on Williams. Tillman gives it back to Porter. Drake all over him. Goes inside. Williams gets his hand in the lane. Knocks it away. And here comes Drake Let's see what they dial up. Kicks it to the corner. Williams, almost a jump stop. Gets away with the hop, skip, and a jump. Lays it in, does Marshawn Williams. Cuts the deficit to 3. Just somewhat sense a momentum switch, but Walla Walla, they're good. And have some kids that can fill the hoop. Dribble drive, kick it out. Pull-up jumper. Staying under control is Dalton Thompson. He averages 15.1. Haven't heard much of him this game, but that was a nice play. Thompson with 8 points. Inside it goes. Williams turns and face from the 3 block. Up on the glass, too much. Radliff pulls down the board. Radliff from Richland, Washington. Radliff, hesitation dribble, corner, kicks it, 3 ball short. Radliff comes up with it, out battling McGinnis. Now that was a play that a foul would have been called in the previous game, but it looked like Radliff more or less went straight up, so good to let him play. Inside it goes. Tillman works around, steps, takes a longer step, hooks it in, good. 53-46. Pierce can't quite get over the hump. They need a couple of baskets and a couple of stops. There's a jumper. Williams, 15-footer, nothing but twine. Williams starting to catch fire for the Pierce Raiders. Here comes Radliff. Looking that high screen and roll again. Got a little help. Kicked it out. Dribble drive in. Williams with the block. That should be a jump ball. Oh my. I'm afraid I'm going to have to strongly, vehemently disagree with that call. I'm looking over at my English major wife. Is that a word, vehemently? Yes, okay, good. That's always good to know. Sometimes I've been known to make up words. Thompson goes to the line and makes him pay with that free throw, 54-48, but I got to say, Williams had an awful lot of the ball. That's going to bring Hussein Ford back in. Some good minutes by Marshawn Williams. McGinnis out top, fighting inside. Little battle, screen across. Some good looks on the offense. Pierce doing a good job of sharing the basketball. Drive down the lane, Hannon pulls up, stays under control. Halfway down, rebound, Hannon unhappy with himself. Engstrom, Hannon gonna get called for the foul as that shot went halfway down and skimmed out.
Yeah, that was deep in the well.
Not quite deep enough. Had a little bit of English on it. Deep in the well and popped back out.
Do you hate it when that happens?
Well, it depends on which side of the ball you're on, you know. If I shot it, yeah, I would hate it. Free throw is missed. Hussein Ford with the board. Oh, a bounce pass off of a teammate's noggin. McGinnis gets it back. Baseline, we got a blocking foul that should be called. That's going to be, I believe, the 4th foul on Tillman. Now, Tillman and Engstrom have been doing a good job of blocking up the middle, but I believe they both have 4. We are at 6:31, so Coach Rhineland is going to have a decision to make. And he's going to leave Tillman, the starter, in the game. High screen and roll. McGinnis down the lane. Gets to the left block. Uses a 45-degree angle. Puts it in with the right hand. 55-50. Pierce not going away. Nice help again by Ford on the screen and roll. Thompson ends up forcing it, gets it to go. Thompson fired up as the ball got knocked out of his hands, and he got it back. 6:02 to go. We got a timeout, 57-50. Walla Walla as Dalton Thompson working to fend off the Pierce Raiders. Please stay with us. We will be right back in a moment.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Everett Community College at Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center as Walla Walla is leading the Pierce Raiders 57-50. Pierce was making a little run there. Tough shot by Dalton Thompson. Gives Walla Walla a 7-point lead. Now it's Chris Drake down the lane. Thinks better of it. Kicks it back out. Hesitation. Hannon. Just sort of the source of frustration for the Pierce Raiders as he makes a good move. Hesitation dribble. Earns the baseline. Gets in there. Has an opportunity for the three-point play. Couldn't get it to go. Does get the foul. Goes to the line and makes it 57-51. And O'Hannon wanted that three-point play. We are at the 5:51 mark as Hannon hits a pair. So Pierce, desperate need of a stop, consecutive stops. They've been unable basically to get it as a lot of offensive weapons for the Warriors of Walla Walla. There they get a steal. Hannon, nice play, kicks it down. Layup is good. That should have been a foul, as, in my opinion, as Brylan Kelly was somewhat, Gabe Porter moved under him trying to disrupt the shot. Porter not called for the foul, and 57-54. Porter, scoring machine for Walla Walla. Got that 1-4 flat look. Has to give it up. And there's a pick by Drake. Drake kicks it off to Brylan on the move. Brylan Kelly cannot handle the bounce pass, and that is not unusual. When you got people running full speed, there is a lot of spin when you throw the bounce pass like that. It was a shorter bounce pass. 6'5" is Brylan Kelly. Put the ball up where the young man can handle it. Porter having a battle out there with Chris Drake down the lane. Porter gives it up. Over on the right side, Bakalarski takes the shot, misses, and Hussein Ford comes up with it. He finds an under control Hannon with the bounce pass, and Hannon lays it in. Now that's a little better because Hannon was stopped, not running full speed, and longer distance on the bounce pass, and it bounced up into Hannon's hands. Well done. Let's see what Walla Walla can dial up here now as a lead has went to one, diminished to one, and what they dial up is a penetrate and pitch out to Landon Radliff, who hits a 3 money ball, puts the lead back to 4, and we're just under 4 minutes. Great game we got going here. Slowing it down. Hannon decides to take the 3. Nice rebound forward, ill-advised dribble, just had to go up with it, and he got it picked. Should not have put the ball on the floor. Should have kept it up high, head faked, and then went up. 4 fouls on the post player. That could have got the 5th foul. Missed 3 by Porter, that being Gabe Porter. Drake into the lane, tries to find his teammate. The ball skips out of there, but it is ran down by Brylan Kelly on an alert play over on the right side. Pierce will reset, trailing by 4. And Brylan Kelly sets a haymaker screen and clocks Kaylin Beck-Alarski. Offensive foul, turnover. That is the 4th foul on Brylan Kelly. Walla Walla 60, Pierce 56. They just have to make headier plays than that. That's a vital possession. 3:06 to go. We'll be right back for the final 3 minutes right after this.
Aviation warrant officers deal in high-pressure situations, life-saving disaster rescues, delivering soldiers and payloads to critical areas, and engaging enemy targets. Supported by an aviation mechanic team on the ground, Guard pilots control the sky.
And we are back. A little bit of time left in this timeout. 3:06 to go in the game. Walla Walla 60, Pierce 56. Pierce staying in the game by virtue of 9 out of 10 from the free throw line. Walla Walla doing a good job as well from the line, but not as many opportunities. 4 of 5. The defense has picked up for Pierce, and the shots are just not as open for Walla Walla, although I will say Landon Radliff hit a big 3 here about a minute ago. Now trapping Thompson, handling the ball for Walla Walla, gives it off to Josh, or Gabe Porter, I should say. Porter work, and he drags the pivot foot out top as he passed faked and gave it up. I just noticed there's 3 Porters on the Walla Walla team. Noah Porter, who hasn't seen any time yet. A rare turnover for Josh Porter. So the defense on both teams has certainly picked up. And we're down to 2:40. A lot of time to go. Pierce needs a hoop, though. 2 possessions down. Michael Hannon works it over to Chris Drake, right side. Gives it back, McGinnis. Down the lane, left-handed runner rolls around. Ford comes up with another possession, kicks it out, and the 3 ball by Drake. 1-point game. Let's see what Walla Walla can dial up. Walla Walla doing a good job. Checking into the game is Engstrom, now the backup post player. And Porter turns it over again. McGinnis, coast to coast, and wow, Pierce has the lead. They played earlier in the year with Walla Walla winning by 3, and now Pierce 61-60. Hesitation dribble, missing the drive. Radliff whistle blows. Down the right side goes Landon Radliff, the 6'1" freshman, and he's going to the line. 4th foul on McGinnis, but he's not going to be going anywhere with 1:46 to go, and the Pierce Raiders having the possession. Radliff hits a pair, ice in the veins there. Takes the lead back for Walla Walla. Big free throws for the Warriors. 2-3 zone now as Walla Walla switches back. That's what they started in. Shot on the way is missed. Hannon with the rebound is knocked to the floor, can't control it, hits the deck, shaken up a little bit. He lands out of bounds. Possession, Walla Walla. Hannon holding his arm there a little bit. He is shaken up on the play. Radliff now with the basketball. High screen and roll. They've been running it all game with a weave look. There's the screen down. Back to Radliff. Looking for the screen now is Dalton Thompson. Radliff down the lane. Left hand. Oh, sweet. That was a heck of a play by Radliff. Extends the ball out with the left hand off the glass. 3-ball. Back the other way. We are tied again as Casey Gerhardt, nothing but net. Wow. Well, if the clock plays out, Pierce is going to get another possession. So this is a big possession for Walla Walla. Radliff again off the glass. Landon Radliff putting on a show here. 66-64. Well, what did we expect? Two evenly matched teams. So 32.3 to go. We're going to take a break. Don't go away. This is as good as it gets. We'll be right back.
The commercial pilot program at Big Bend teaches students to fly and gives them the ratings and certificates necessary to work as a commercial pilot. Many of our students come to the commercial pilot program with little or even no aviation experience. They'll start flying an aircraft on day 2, and they progress through training with an instructor to flying the aircraft by themselves, traveling to other airports throughout the Northwest, and they get to learn to fly in a variety of different aircraft. Our students are all scheduled to fly twice a week at a minimum, and they will attend aviation ground school courses that are taught here on campus by the same instructors they fly with. The program operates 23 aircraft, mostly single-engine trainers. We also have multi-engine aircraft, as well as a float plane and a tailwheel aircraft. Moses Lake offers great weather for aviation and for training, with 5 runways at the airport, 13 approaches, a tower, and radar control. Our students also have the opportunity to operate in airspace that includes Boeing jets, the military, and lots of other flight training and testing activities.
We are back. 66 for Walla Walla. Pierce trailing by 2 with 64. 2-second differential on the shot clock. I don't think Pierce will play for the last shot. You want to work your offense and see if you can get a good shot. And Drake throws it away. He had a chance for the layup, thinking the screen and roll was going to be there, and he threw a bounce pass off the ankles of his post player. Anticipated that he was going to be open. That is the bad news. The good news is that right away a foul was committed to stop the clock, but more bad news, it's Landon Radliff at the line, and he's going to be shooting 2. So as they had to stop the clock, but 22.4, the lead goes to 3. If he makes this, it's a 2-possession game. That's going to make it a lot tougher. Chris Drake, I thought, really should have taken the shot, and Radliff misses a shot. Then he gambles, hand and wide open, 3-ball, good. Oh my! Tied it back up. Behind the back timeout called. Behind the back dribble for Colin Baklarowski, which could have given him a path to the basket. Timeout called as Radliff missed a free throw and then made the mistake of gambling for the steal, and that led to the wide open 3-ball of Michael Hannon. Hannon, who's battled all game but has been frustrated here off and on by not getting some to go, and he hit the 3. So we're going to take a quick break, be right back, tied up.
Welcome to Basketball City, USA.
I use my brain, open lanes to the top of the game. I use my hand on any man that would try to contain me. Use my feet and compete like I need to the death. I use my heart and it'll beat till I breathe my last breath.
Hoop Fest 2017, don't miss your shot.
And we are back, 67-67. Walla Walla with possession. Walla Walla has to go full court, timeout called. A lot of time, a foul will send Walla Walla to the line for 2, as Pierce has reached the maximum with the double bonus. A lot of time left, but you don't want to waste time either. So they get it back off to Radliff, quickly down the lane. Good containment on the defensive end. We're down to 10. Radliff, look at that high screen and roll again. Comes off down the lane, left-hander. It goes! Radliff, 2.8. Hannon has the ball. Has to pull up, contact. Does the whistle go? What is the call? There is no call. And the referees leave the floor. Radliff with the game winner. And that gives Walla Walla a 69-67 lead as Hannon tried to get the shot off at the buzzer. There was contact. He could not get the shot off. Walla Walla will advance with the 2-point win over the Pierce Raiders. What a game. All right, thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a break. This is Mike Buckholz, and please stay with us here on the STS PN.